Hi guys, Robert Rivera here with Trend Training Academy, and this is the weekly recap number, what is it, 51. This is going to be short since I only sent three out tonight, and it's kind of late also in the evening for me. Believe it or not, I'm still struggling physically. I had to go on antibiotics and take several days of the week off. So I'm going to take it real easy this coming week to try to get all better here real quick. But anyway, so this is the setup. This is the first setup. I sent three different setups this week. I did not send any gold, which is interesting because I thought for sure I would have sent a gold, but I did not. Not that I can think of. I looked for it, didn't find it. GBP AUD. This was beautiful setup. This was very nice when GBP USD wasn't looking so good for me. I wasn't very happy with it. And if you take notice of it, you see how it's been bouncing on the trend. This is the 4 hour trend line. This is a 4 hour trend line. So that's a very solid trend line. We also have rejections coming from the top over here. And let me see, can I make this bigger? Look at that. There you go. And this is a fake out over here. So I'll ignore that. Okay. And let's see what we ended up with. This is what we ended up with. Sure enough, it broke to it faked out to the top, came down to the bottom, bounced up, and then broke. When it finally broke out, we had a nice little retest here, and then it dropped through the wedge. Look how it stopped exactly at the wedge. It tells you the wedge was valid. Rejected the 50 up here. We got a lot of information from this one. 91 pips, breakout with retest, zero drawdown. Very nice. This was very clean. Perhaps the best trade of the week. Okay. The next day was GBP JPY. GBP JPY. We have it also on a wedge. Take notice of how it's bounce, 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 bounce. We ignore that one also. Okay. And then coming from the bottom, nice wedge with a golden zone up here. Not sure if that came into play or not, but we're going to find out here in just a minute. And so it didn't. In fact, it broke right through it. Broke right through it. Did not retest. Gave us about 36 pips, and that's about it. After that, it came back to the zone and just kind of stayed in this area. So it gave us 36 pips. Breakout, no retest on that one. Yeah, this is obviously not as clean. Well, the breakout was clean. The breakout was really clean, but again, not at with no retest. There's not as good an opportunity for traders to get into this thing. Okay, and then the final trade of the week that I sent out was GBP USD, and it had already made the move. See, the move had already happened, and now I'm trying to catch the consolidation to see if we can get something going on. I like this very much, the way it was set up, but I don't know that it gave us much after. Let me see. Yeah, it just simply broke. I mean, it broke, retested, and gave us about 33. This is NFP also, so I did not count all the pips that it gave us afterwards. I mean, this really went like 120 pips to the upside, but that was with NFP. And let's be fair, right? If I advise not to be in a trade for NFP, then you would have not been in that trade for NFP. It stopped exactly at the golden zone, giving us 33 pips, break with retest, zero drawdown. And also, if you were watching the fake out from down here, you could have caught it. This was actually my entry right here. And I wish I would have held it all the way through this. I stopped out somewhere in here. That's where I stopped out. But anyway, it was a very nice fake out from the bottom too, for those who know how to take that. So in total, basically, I ended up with, let me see, what is that? I didn't even count them. That's 10. That's 10. That's 160 pips over three trades. That's about 50 pips per trade. Not too bad. Okay, let's go to the weekly setup. Okay, let's start with GBP Canada. Pretty much, pretty much all the pairs did exactly as predicted from the last week's recap. Okay, GBP Canada, we said it was going to be bullish, and it was bullish. Okay, in the end, by the end of the week, it crashed down and came halfway through. It stopped halfway through, but it's still bullish, guys. Because this was bullish, this was bullish, this was bullish, and this one came down, crashing a little bit, pulled back up. I think that's just gathering momentum to go to the upside. I'm still seeing GBP Canada as bullish. All right. Let's see what else we got. This is GBP NCD. GBP NCD. Last week we called it bullish, and it was bullish. It tested the highs. Let me go ahead and open this up a little bit more. Okay, it tested the highs from the previous week. It's basically, it has a little zone. Let's go ahead and create that right there. It has a little zone right there that has to break over. It's created resistance right there. Okay, but it was bullish. It pushed bullish and then came back down. Still closed bullish. I still think that there's more bullish move to come from GBP and ZD. Okay, gold. Gold. I can't remember what I called, if it was bullish or not. I think I did say gold's bullish. Yes, I do remember saying gold was bullish. And I felt like it was going to go to 1940, 1950. It didn't quite make it there. I'm not sure if it's going to make it there. Okay. I actually believe now that it has run out of steam. The NFP move to the upside is actually opposite of the numbers that came out. The numbers that came out were very positive for the USD. Okay. So to me, this whole move up is just a fake out. Like, again, if you go to the hourly, it's when you get to see how gold moved through NFP. This is what it did in NFP. This bounced up, this kind of like this inverted head and shoulders. It moved up, right? And it's consolidating up here. But when we go to the higher time frames, you know, we pay attention to what actually happened. This was bullish going up, and then it crashed. Then it pushed up. Probably that's. Let's go do a fib on that, guys. Let's do a fib on that. Let's take a look at that. Okay, look at this. Okay, let's see. Stop right there. All right. So basically, it kissed to 78.6 and rejected from there. It's basically price is just over the golden zone, having bounced from the 78.6. And now let's go take a look at the bigger picture, the weekly, and that's bearish. Okay, that finished bearish, having rejected at the golden zone. It has a zone here too. So it has a zone, it has a golden zone, and it rejected there. Stochastic RSI at the very top. Again, the numbers for the USD were very positive, and gold went in the opposite direction. I'm anticipating gold to make a correction and start headed back down. Okay, so I see gold as bearish for this coming week. And then finally, GBP USD also was bullish, or made a bullish move for the last several weeks, including this week. But look how it ended. This is how the week ended, at supply, okay, with a doji candle at the very top. This is how the week ended. GBP USD is coming down. That's how I see it. Also, with the USD numbers having come out positive, that is it. I believe that GBP USD is coming down for the week. All right, guys, and that's all I got for you today. I hope that you had a good weekend, restful weekend. I hope that you've been able to back test and such. And I will be seeing you in London tomorrow. God bless you.